Hello and welcome in. This is the Living Room Guitarist. Thanks for finding us. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully this is your second or third or fourth time with us. We've done several episodes so far. Appreciate your feedback. We are found at the Living Room Guitarist at gmail.com. If you'd like to submit something, ask a question, make a comment. I really appreciate all the comments. You see the lighting is better, so I do listen to you. So again, my name's Dan. I'm your host. I'm not with guitar in hand today for two reasons. I'm sitting at the piano for this episode. It's kind of a special episode, I guess. One, because I was an idiot earlier this week and I was impatiently reaching into a drawer to grab something with both hands, and I cut my fingers on a couple of places here. It was so stupid. So I can't play guitar. I've got band-aids on key places. Like every time I try to hit a string and play, I just irritate it, make it worse. So I'm trying to let things heal. So we're doing a different episode this week based on an email I got. So a woman named Lizette sent me an email through our site, our address, livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. And she's a fellow living roomer. A little odd how she got to me. Lizette saw a couple of episodes here and she, I guess, did some research or whatever, and she found out where I work and what I do for a living. And, kind of creepy, but okay, Lizette, I get it. You asked a very good question. I have her email on my phone here. She says that she's a fellow living room guitar player. She says, but I'm also a living room singer-songwriter. I like to write my own stuff and sing it for my family. I come from a very large family. I come from a very large family, and I'm often called upon to get up and sing at weddings and other celebrations and family events. What is a fast way to get my voice warmed up and ready to sing my songs so I sound good? Okay, good question. A lot of us, maybe not me so much, but maybe you are actually singer-songwriters. You play in your living room, but you like to make up your own songs, maybe to completion. You like to sing them. Okay, so Lizette's asking, and by the way, just full disclosure, that's what I do for a living. I'm a vocal therapist. I work in a voice center here, and that's what I do. I do rehab and retraining of the professional voice. People who use their voice for a living in some way. That's my day job. So I'm sitting at the keyboard because a lot of folks like to get up and sing. Sometimes they just like to get up and sing on a moment's notice, like Lizette or whatever. But let's just go back to the old staple. You want to warm up your voice to get ready to sing a little bit, okay? You don't have a lot of time. What are you going to do? Let's go back to the old tried and true, everybody does it, the simple lip trill. Right? There's hardly a singer in the world who doesn't do lip trills, okay? Really, because it's what's called a semi-occluded vocal tract sound, so it takes all the pressure off the vocal cords, kind of puts it up here, feeds the little back pressure down, so the vocal cords don't really have a crash. They vibrate really nice and low impact, and it's a nice way to kind of get things stretched and unpressed and just ready for a little bit more athletic use. So, Lizette, to answer your question, let's say you're at a family gathering, a Thanksgiving thing, or maybe even a wedding reception, and someone says, hey, get up and sing one of your songs for us. Like, that's what you were saying in your email. Okay, how much time do you have? If you've only got a few minutes to do just a basic vocal warm-up, I'm assuming you've been talking and chatting with people at this get-together, so you're probably already, basically warmed up a little bit in terms of just general stuff. If you want to get ready to sing a little bit, all you really need is flexibility and control. Okay, you just want to marry that to your breath, right? Because breath flow is the kind of the transporter of our vocal sound. So if we go back to the simple lip trill, it's very effective, it's easy to do, but if you really want to get the most out of it, you have to do it right. What do I mean by that? Is there a right way to do a silly lip trill? Yes, if you want it to be effective, because the last thing you want to do before you get up and sing, especially your own songs, you want them to sound good. You don't want to train tension and trauma into your warm-up and then go out and take that onto the stage or wherever you're going to be singing. So I like to start with, probably the lowest usable note you have, wherever that is in your range. For me, on a good day, that's about an F here. And how do I trill right? Well, just think of onset, offset, right? You can't just mindlessly go about it and all this stuff. Think of turning a dial from 0 up nice and smoothly, and then down nice and smoothly. So there's no abrupt bang, bang, right? So let the breath flow get started, let the trill get going for just a split second, bring the vocal cords into vibration, do a little scale, whatever you want to do, and then turn the dial back down smoothly. So if we do, I like to use tetrachord a little bit here, so just sort of a... Okay, so turn the dial up smoothly. nice and easy, right? So there's no smacking the chords into vibration traumatically, and there's no locking them or cutting off your breath flow at the end. So, and you can use any scale. Scales are scales, right? Again, I like to start with tetrachord because it's just not as common, and I don't like common. So let's just go together. Turn the dial up smoothly, turn it down smoothly, so there's no abrupt bang of those chords. Not an octave too high, actually. I'm just going to come up one half step at a time. So take your time. You don't want to rush anything. And then just let your breath flow tail out a little bit so the vocal cords are vibrating and they relax at the end. They don't lock and smack or anything like that. Up at half step. You're probably at least an octave higher than this, but that's okay if you want to sing down there or trill down there, or just come in when we get to your range. But guys, you're probably down here. Okay, no striking hard into or out of vibration. As we go up the scale, don't get lazy. Turn the dial up smoothly. Turn it down smoothly. Just to demonstrate that. Right? It's about control, right? And married to your breath flow. Don't rush. Stay with it. Just let the lips flutter. I don't teach piano, thankfully. But you try playing with band-aids on your fingertips. Here we go. Smooth onset, smooth offset. Only go as high as your level of comfort. Remember, it's not about hitting a certain note. It's not about range, quote unquote. It's about flexibility and control. For you guys with higher voices, we'll do just a couple more. Was that you can just keep going up the octave if you want. Stay with it, smooth onsets, smooth offsets. When you get to your level of comfort, and you'll know when you get there, you listen when your body talks to you, right? Then a way it doesn't have to yell at you, right? So just come back down the scale when you get to your level of comfort as high as you want to go. Stick with that trill though, it's simple. Nice, optimal configuration in the voice box. Myself. Easy. This is lip trills done right. So we actually get get some benefit. Get some heat into the muscle, get some blood flowing to the right places. Nice and smooth. Remember, airflow does the work. Don't muscle your voice out of your throat, even on something as simple as a lip trill. Time. So again, smooth onset, smooth offset. Just imagine turning a dial up from 0 nice and smoothly, back down nice and smoothly. Without all my silly hand gestures, all right? So that's a nice, quick and dirty way just to kind of gently kick things into gear and get the vocal cords ready for a little bit more athletic use there. But Lizette and anybody, really, if you like to write and sing your own songs, you're probably right within your own tessitura anyway. So there's not going to be like really super crazy high notes or low notes that challenge you too much because they're your songs. You created them. If you wrote them for yourself, you're probably able to get away with quite a bit doing just something as simple as a lip trill. Again, not about range, it's about flexibility and control and using breath flow to power your sound. And everything here is just an open channel, responds automatically. Okay, so not a guitar episode this week. We will be back next week after my fingers heal a bit more. And we're going to have an episode that's probably going to be a 2-part episode because of what I'm going to present. It's quite a piece, to put it mildly here. But I think you might enjoy it and maybe enjoy learning it and playing it and seeing what we can do with it. But for now, just... you know, if you like to get up and sing your own song, what do I mean by tessitura anyway? Someone's waving at me here in my lighting camera person. Tessitura, you know, when you're writing your own songs, right? You write within your own tessitura. You write it for yourself to sing. So tessitura is just a term that basically means like your voice in a composed piece, right? Your voice has a certain range, right? We all have that 1 octave or so range where we really sound good. You know, people throw money at us and thunderous applause and all this stuff. And we can hit some highs and lows, but most of us, we live in that 1 octave and a half area or so. And then there's the tessitura of an individual song, you know, where it was composed, how it was composed. Most of the song lives in 1.5 octave range in there, with, again, maybe some highs or lows for effect here and there, but it stays in one place. So your tessitura, the song's tessitura, the more these things match up, the better it is for your voice. So that's, I'm assuming, if you write your own songs, you probably have those two things match up, the song and your voice, and where they both live together. So you're going to sound pretty good. So today's episode, it's thelivingroomguitarist@gmail.com. Comments, suggestions, other questions. Again, it's just a special kind of edition because I can't play guitar right now, and because Lizette asked a pretty, you know, legitimate question that we've probably all experienced, especially those of you who like to play and sing your own material. Hope you'll submit that to the show here, though, too. livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. If you've got a little piece of music that you've been working on, not really sure what to do with, you know, your fellow living roomers can help you out. You know, we share our stuff back and forth, explore the fretboard, we learn from each other, we help each other develop our own music just for fun because we're living room guitar players. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Again, probably a 2-part episode. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, we'd love to feature you. So send me something, livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. Please subscribe to the show, and we will see you next week as you trill healthfully.